So welcome here, back for, well, I guess we've just about finished up at Guards, maybe not quite. We're here for what is our third game of the day here for St. Regis Cowdray Gold Cup, the British Open. And what a location, we are here at Manor Farm, one of the top private grounds here in the UK, right opposite Amersham. It's so nice to be here. This is where UAE and then Muris Sanctus earlier on in the tournament. It's been where Jamie Packer and the Elliston organisation made their comeback. You had Charlie Hambry, El Romanzo here. It really is a beautiful setting. As we have a look now, it is the turn. Oh, that is Tommy Pinello. I'm just trying to get my screen so I can see. My name is John Kent. Delighted. I brought you that game earlier at Stedham. Really excited to be here now at Manor Farm. And then later we go to the Brooksfield for 5 o'clock. That's a great day of polo as we have a look now at the lineups for you. It is White Crane taking on Black Bears. Alexei Cavadan-Sari, James Baum, Pablo Palito Pierres for 10 goaler, Tommy Beresford, England's captain of 7. Black Bears undefeated. Guy Swarchenbach, 2 goals. I'll give him his whole name at line. Estanislao Mariano Darachon, Tani Darachon, Benjamin Pinello and Tommy Pinello. Both sides are 22 goals on the board. Starting, of course, as we are on 0 goals apiece on handicap, of course. Gotta say, really excited to be here. We've got 2 sides here. White Crane, Oriental Pequeña is the horse for Alexei Cavadan-Sari. Citra for James Baum. Polito on Machitos Pangia. Tommy Beresford, love this horse. Teddy, Luke Tomlinson breeding Teddy. And we'll have a look, I'm sure, at the Black Bears ones coming now as well. And it's going to be Guy Swarchenbach, Supernova. Tani Darachon, Mentolada. Benny Pinello on Genesis. And Tommy Pinello, one of my favourite horses of this tournament, this grey that always catches the IPT, Nadia. So say their records coming in. Black Bears will start with undefeated. 14-11, they beat Valhalla. 13-10, Gaston, and 13-9 against Signet. White Crane, a little bit of a different story. They came in, of course, with hopes. Those who saw James Baum's name on the lineup, you will, of course, notice, just as you see our social media channels on there as well, a slight change to the lineup from Matt Perry, who started the tournament. He has a hand injury, reliably told by Matt. He is okay and he's not far away from a return. He will be playing again this season. But White Crane lost 14-11 to Akasha. Then they lost 10 goals to 8 against Jehangir. And then they also beat Valhalla 11 goals to 7. So 2 defeats, 1 victory. It may be that 2 wins and 2 defeats gets you to a penalty shootout. That will depend on what happens in the game next with Gaston. Seeing if they can go to 3 wins. A lot still to play for. Signet, they are on 2 wins. White Crane will be looking to go to 2 wins. But Black Bears, can they become, I believe, the first organisation to go through if they won this with 4 wins and no defeats. So we come back here now for the beginning of our 6 chukkers. Welcome here, everybody, to this wonderful ground as Nadia and Pinello come down at the ground to get us underway. And that is a clear foul against White Crane with Tommy Pinello there. Really nice shot here on the drone, a 40-yard penalty to be hit. Let's have a look. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Benha. 40 yards out. Really nice view of it. Oh, it's along the ground, but it's just underneath the stick of the defender, so the goal is good. And players, they will come back to the centre of the ground. Few of the horses, obviously, to be looking out for in this game. We're seeing the likes of Jagcita Terreverce, both are on the list today of Tommy Pinello. As always, we're going to see Polito Pierres and the speed of his horses. And it is now here with the 10-goaler. Polito sends it out left, looking for Calvin and Sari with the open backhand vote, Guy Schwarzenbeck. And now it is here with Tommy Pinello. Behind him, his younger brother, Ben-Hur, as Tommy looks down the ground. He's got Guy Schwarzenbeck making the run. Tommy Beresford pills for a foul, perhaps a little bit close he came there. And it's going to be Beresford. And Polito Pierres. Pierres looking down the ground. Just with a tap. Sends Tommy Beresford on his way. Now sent long, looking for Alexei Calvin-Sari. On the near side now comes Ben-Hermine Pinello. Ben-Hermine over the front now. He's got Tommy behind him as Ben-Hur takes control and takes it out to the left, hooked out of it. So it falls again here for Tommy Beresford. Just a little bit of whistle in these early stages. Let's have a look at the instant replay of what happened. As coming there, Tommy had control against Ben-Hur, and he did spin round, but Ben-Hur came round in front. So that is going to be a penalty shot for White Crane. Chance them to reply with their own 60-yarder. So it's going to be Polito Pierres. 60 yards out. So the shot down the ground. That is through the goalpost. Polito Pierres with the score. Now just hearing an interesting score from the prior game. How it finished up in guards. Just going to check and confirm what that score was for you. $10 to 8 in favour of Jindal Ladolfina Steel. Now that is interesting because that pulls Perotto's record to 2 wins and 2. That gives Adolfo the chance to get to 2 wins and 2, and I believe that secures La Hechicera going through as well. So plenty of permutations of that result as it just goes wide to the right-hand side. We will get all of that confirmed. It's very much moving parts at the moment with 19 teams starting this tournament. Our manager here at Cowdray Park, Matt Sims, has been explaining exactly what is going on. So coming in again here is going to be Polito Pierres. Pierres taps it to the right. Out in front of him, James Bime. To his left-hand side goes Tommy Beresford, but it is going to be Polito Pierres on the run. Flicks it underneath the horse, down the ground. Alexei Calvin-Sari calling for the pass. Polito now waiting there with him is Tommy. Good play by Tommy, but the tail backhand by Polito into the body, and now here with Tommy Pinello. Called for the open backhand by his brother Ben-Hur Pinello. Takes it to the left-hand side. Ben-Hur now looks to see where Tommy is. You can't miss him on the grey either, but coming round in front of them all, and the umpires say play on, is James Bime, former England captain, of course. James Bime on the run. Going back quickly in defence is Darachon. James Bime takes it to the left, picks up the near side. Polito Pierres, he is behind, but they've let James Bime go a long way as people catch up with him now on Polito Pierres takes over. Polito Pierres with the shot, with the score. Lovely polo there by White Crane. And they make it 2-1. Here, not quite sure. We'll have a look at the instant replay. Lovely cut shot there by Polito Pierres. And just have a look at the screen for the clock. It looks like 3 minutes just over to go here. There's a strong whistle on the ground. Just, I was on the screen wondering, a spectator here, an additional spectator, has been a field mouse running around, much to everybody's entertainment, and it decided to make a lunge straight for the commentary area. So we're back and concentrating again. It was just a free change, so you didn't miss much. As we go again, and James Byrne ridden out of it there by Ben-Hur Piniella. How about that? Taking it out the air. I think he's out here on Jag Casita is Tommy Piniella. I'm not quite sure what the arm wave was there. Whether it was a sort of signal to his brother on how to go about it, and it's Piniella with the backhand. Now he does find Ben-Hur Piniella. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is Jag Casita as a backhand flick now. Looking again for Tommy. Tommy now sends it long down the ground, calling for the pass is Schwarzenbach. It's going to go long. It's going to go right up towards the goal, but it's just heading wide. Jag Casita, this wonderful Australian mare, Clarent by Casola, bred by Jim Gilmore, of course. I was talking to Jim earlier about various things, including how well this horse is looking. There's such an impact on the game still, Jim Gilmore. Great to see as well. Manor Farm, of course, they did come back here alongside Jamie Packer. That was the original sort of Manor Farm inspiration. And this field looks superb today. I think it's our first Gold Cup game out here, as it's here now with Darachon. Darachon behind him will be Tommy Piniella and Ben-Hur Piniella. Now taking it to a right as the beautiful Nadia just goes round off the field in front of me, off for a break as well. I'm sure she'll be back later on, but there is in front of her a whistle on the play. We'll have a look at the instant replay. Let's have a look. I was just blocked by a horse coming in front of me. And it's going to be a spot hit in favour of the white shirts. Nice start to this game. White Crane, they have to win to have any chance of progressing in this tournament. And then still it is only a chance. Black Bears already there. But we've seen, the winners, the finalists, the semi-finalists, all the semi-finalists of the Queen's Cup. They all went through unbeaten. There's a lot to be said for carrying the momentum on. But then at the same time, it becomes a real mix of thoughts on how best to go about it with being able to give your horses a slight rest before the quarters. We are just 5 days away from them now. You saw Akasha already through defeated against Gaston, whether they felt they just didn't want to push their horses too much, and understandably so. But here it is now with Tommy Beresford. Takes it up over the halfway line. Looking now to take on Schwarzenbach. Schwarzenbach waiting. So great to see Guy and his Black Bears organisation back out here this year as it's here with Tommy. Gives it to Polito. Polito scoops in front of Tommy Piniella. And again, Tommy got it a second time. And now he looks to go. It's Tommy Piniella. Tommy Beresford's got to be quick to catch. And Tommy's so controlled. Takes it out the air. Sends it down the ground. He's got two Black Bears running. It's here out the front with Guy Schwarzenbach. Leaves it for Darachon. Tanny Darachon comes through with the shot. Leaves it again. Tommy Piniella tries to finish it off. They're all trying to block it, and eventually it comes down here now with Polito Pierres, and they go back the other way. Really nice feel still about it in this opening. Circa half a minute to go. I've just spotted the goal. Sorry, the clock that does work, so it is just under a minute to go. As the tail backhand over the top, Tommy Beresford, he comes in quick. Tommy Beresford with the backhand, and here now with Piniella. Piniella with the shot. 20 seconds to go in the chucker. Polito and Tommy, they come together. Polito under the pony. Here now with Tommy Piniella. Just manages to reach out under the pony of Beresford. Coming back still now. Tommy sends it out for Darachon. Darachon sends Ben-Hur on his way. Ben-Hur calling for the pass. Really nice polo again, but the bounce just beats Ben-Hur. The tail backhand by Polito. Now turning first. Look at the speed of Tommy Beresford on the turn. Tommy Piniella beaten for pace. Beresford's gone. He reaches out in front of him. Tommy Beresford just checks up. Takes it on the near side. The bounce making life difficult, and coming away will be Piniella as we do hear the buzzer go. Tommy Piniella now takes it out the air once, twice. Can he get it a third time? Of course he can. Tommy Piniella now running down the ground. He's got about 20 seconds, and he's got his younger brother Ben-Hur out to the left-hand side. Tanny Darachon behind. Send it long. How far down can you go? You find Ben-Hur Piniella. Ben-Hur now, 17th and goal. He's got to hit it. Benher Pinello taking his time, sends it towards the goal. Now he might be better off keeping it in play. Let's see. Benher with the next shot, backs himself now. The buzzer goes. What will we start with? We will come back and see. But a really good first chucker. Black Bears, they trail White Crane 2-1. So welcome back here to the second chucker. Oh, we have the White Crane horses for a second. I think we're going to throw to the Black Bears ones instead as we just have a look at Guy Schwarzenbach. So good to see this organisation back. So we have a look, Guy Schwarzenbach, he is on Milicia. Tani, he is on Gazeta. Benher, he is on Manaus. And Tommy Pinello, Alberta Polunas. White Crane ones next, I would imagine. Just waiting to come up on the screen again. So, Alexi, here's on Ensenada Ukulele. James Bime, he's on Bam Bam. Palita Perez Monada and Tommy Beresford Open Campesino. James Bime, it's not the Bam Bam that we used to see Perotto and the likes playing, but it's a really wonderful horse that James Bime played through the years. So great to see Bimey back out here. Everyone remembers that El Romancer side he won the British Open with. Elliston previously before that. He's part of some great organisations. And one of England's greatest players. Got to 7 goals. Really, really good player. Still doing really well at Cowdray as well in the medium goal. And good to see him out here back in the 22. Thoughts, of course, with Matt Perry, who will be back probably in time for the Challenge Cup here at Cowdray if he manages to get his handle better as it comes out left and through the goal. I'm not quite sure how that one happened. A little bit scrappy. We'll have a look on the instant replay. The goal goes through. Let's have a look. As it went up, it was a shot. I think he just deflected off a load of horses, to be honest. I think Benher Pinello. We're going to give that one to Benher. Line Up Pro, if you're listening. Great to have you with us, our official tournament partner for the stats. I think we're going to give that one to Benher Pinello off his horse. So, players go again. It's here with Schwarzenbach. Schwarzenbach just over the top, or may well have been Darachon actually. All the black helmets. A little bit of a gleam to the helmet worn by Tommy Pinello makes it a little bit easier to see as it's here now with Bam Bam just standing there as it comes back here now with Tommy Pinello. Takes it out to the left-hand side. Benher comes in behind. Tommy reaches out, takes it out the air a couple of times, easy as you like. Show quoting in front of a couple of players in white. Now he goes through. Tommy Pinello, how about it? Near side, wide to the left. Wonderful display of polo. Wonderful display of horsemanship, but it just goes wide. that horse again that Tommy Pinello is on. Really, really nice. Just going to confirm again the name for you as it comes back into play. Ball goes long by Beresford. Looking to pick it up at the front is Polito Pierres, and he does, but it wasn't the clean contact we are used to seeing with. So back now comes Ben Pinello with the backhand. It's Blueness, the horse that Tommy Pinello is on out there, as it comes here now with Guy Schwarzenbach left behind. There again with Tommy. Reaching round is the other Tommy Beresford, and stolen out the air is Ben Pinello. Ben with the neck shot, but I think there was a whistle before. Look at the instant replay. I've got an idea what it might have been. As you saw, I will just double check quickly with the third man. So we're just talking to the third man, explaining they're going to give this one against the white. It's that there. Yeah, that there by Tommy Beresford as he came back round. Did just want to show that because there were a lot of players running after the ball that had stopped on the line. So a penalty to 30-yard shot. Ben Pinello with the 30 through the centre of the goal. No mistake at all. Ben, he's been really good from the penalty spot. We were talking earlier, as we have a look at the instant replay, how these conditions, whilst it's been hot, and obviously they impacted the play in terms of wind. When you look at the comparison to the Queen's Cup, there's been very little wind, no rain whatsoever, basically. And that has seen a much higher conversion rate when it comes to penalties. And whilst Ben was pretty good from the 30s and 40s, they didn't score a single 60 in the Queens. That has been very different this time round, and you're seeing it as they look to progress now. As it's sent long, looking for James Bime at the front. He's been chased by Ben, so he leaves it for Polito. Polito with another neck shot, this time from the other side. Just sends it wide to the right-hand side. 3 minutes played out here in this second chukker. Both sides looking really good. White Crane, as I mentioned, they've got a slight disruption. The injury to Matt Perry forcing a change in lineup. They had a tough opening game against Akasha. And then would have been a little disappointed with their defeat on Stedham to Jehangiri, but then a good win against Valhalla does leave them with still something to play for here, potentially, as it's Polito Pierres going in between the two Pinellos. Sent out right, and it does come around. Good play there again by Tommy Pinello. He's so good in those situations, taking it out. He might be on Terry Virtue now in the second half of this chukker. Left behind now as Alexei goes for it once and then twice again. The umpire's happy. Really nice play by Alexei Calvert-Ansari. Great to see him out there. You see his wife Jasmine does so much of a 15 and 18. Alexei, he takes the place in the 22, this White Crane organisation. As we hear another whistle on the ground. Let's have a look. There's Tommy. There's the two Tommies. Now, he caught his stick. That's what Tommy Pinello was saying. And he wanted the right there for. So was there a foul before? Let's wait and see. I will check with third man Tim Bowen as and when they make their decision. So apologies, we are just waiting to hear the decision of a third man. I am mic'd up to them, so I'm just going to hold as we wait to hear my co-commentator, normally Carl, who speaks through his periods. He's on his way back from guards. I promise it'll be the double act back for the 5 p.m. Just give me a minute as I get the decision here. So that one does go against Tommy Beresford. I was just waiting to hear. Thank you, third man, Tim Bowen. As he was appealing, he was judged to slightly have just gone in to the opposition horse. So penalty, and they're going to move it up to a penalty 4. So players go down the ground. So penalty 4. Still the umpires just explaining to some of the players why that decision was made. Shot goes high into the sky, but it's going to... Ooh. All of White Crane said wide. All of Black Bears say through. We'll have a look at the instant replay. For the moment, the goal stands. And it's up high. Yeah, looked in from here. And the umpires are going to stand by their decision. Looking at these stats the other day for Black Bears. 3 times winners of the British Open. 6 times finalists. Schwarzenbach and everything they stood for, whether it was the Estradas, the Merloses, the Kundo Pierres has been part of a line-out. JP Clarkin played so long for them. Oh, I think they might give a technical here. And there's a double whistle, so we're going to go for another 60. So White Crane, they just need to keep their heads a little bit here. And it's going to be another 60. There's a technical, no yellow card, just a technical. And that will be Black Bears and Ben Pinello. And like I mentioned, just as we do start to feel a little bit of rain here, wind actually, we'll have a chance to maintain this pretty decent conversion rate in the British Open. Penalty 4, 60 yards. Ben Pinello up and high, and there's no doubt about that one. So frustration there for White Crane. Just crept in a second ago. It was 3-2, then there was a 60. They disputed that one. That sent it to 4-2, and then they got a technical. Another 60, and that makes it 5-2. So players come in. Out the back of a line-out. It's going to be picked up here by Tommy Beresford. Beresford swings it round. Such a good player, Tommy Beresford. Won the British Open in 2023 with UAE. Gives it now to Polito. Back to Tommy again. Tommy sends it long down the ground. Look, going back there well is Schwarzenbach, but picking it away is James Bime. Bime with the drive towards the goal. James Bime, really nice play, and James Bime pulls one back. 5-3. Really nice finish there. James Bime picked it up and he just hit it confidently, and still sometimes that remains the best way. If you're close, just hit it. And that is exactly what James Bime has made a career out of doing, and he did so again today. We have a comment on YouTube. Let's go White Crane. Diablo Incognito. Mariana Garcia. I'm from Argentina. Hello from Argentina. Great to see you. As it goes long down the ground to Pinello. Ben-Hur now. Just behind him there is James Bime. Ben-Hur Pinello takes it out to the left-hand side. Really nice turn of pace here from Ben-Hur, who looks now to go in between Pierres and Bime. Leaves the ball behind. Tommy, his brother, couldn't quite reach it out. Looks round in sort of hope as Guy Schwarzenbach turns in front of Alexei. Alexei did well to put on the pressure here now with Polito Pierres, who steals it off Ben-Hur Pinello. Ben-Hur sends it long down the ground, and Tommy is gone. Tommy Beresford out in front, has a look up the ground, checks up a little, takes his time. Tommy Beresford, little flick to the left, creates the line, creates the space. Tommy, can you finish it off? Of course you can. Tommy, England captain, scores the goal. Really nice play. He started this chukker on Campesino, the Open El Padrino Elastino Ranchera. 13-year-old Chestnut Gelding has changed off that, but he's superbly mounted. Really nice goal. Really nice finish. 5-4. And I would say if that is the last action of the second chukker, we will be back very shortly. Really nice game. 5-4. Black Bears out in front.
Feel it more with Lineup Pro, the premium subscription from Lineup Polo. Follow every stat live in real time. Search any player and discover win rates, strongest teammates, and powerful performance insights. Search Lineup Polo and subscribe now.
So welcome back here. We see there James Bime scored a nice goal. Just talking to Charles Beresford to my left-hand side. We have a look actually first at the horses for White Crane. Oriental Appassionata for Alexi. James Bime there on Historia. Polito Pierres, we'll talk about this one a bit. Monjito Astral. And Tommy Beresford on Alberta Eden. And then we go to the Black Bears lineups. Guys, watch about Lolita. Tani Darachon, Legging, Benna Pinello, Germana, and Tommy Pinello on Pite Candy. Pite, the same breed as the Nadia horse, Pite Candy. Just hearing from Charles Vers, I was saying, father of Tommy Beresford, of course, former 7-goal England player himself. That was Balanta that Tommy Beresford scored that nice goal on right at the end of a chukker. Bought it a couple of years ago from the Monjitas organisation, the Monjitas breeding line. Really nice where it just flattened out, and then the speed at which it came at. Ignacio Avelanda. Hello, open to Argentina. We get a lot of Argentinians waking up and saying hello to us at this time. Really nice to see you all at this game. Thank you for joining us. And what else we got? I mentioned a couple of horses. So, Palito, he is on Astral. Monjitas Astral is a 7-year-old Argentinian mare. Already won a best playing pony this year and is out of Dolfina El Messi and Machitos Abril. And then Alexi, he is on one of his favourites, Appassionata, part of the Oriental breeding. Really nice horse of his. So now it comes here with, just spinning round. Tommy Pinello is able to bring it around on that Pite breeding horse. Sent long down the ground, looking for the runner. It's going to come through. Oh, look at the speed of Darachon out in front. Darachon, really nice goal. Lovely play by Tommy Pinello with the flick down. And Tani Darachon, nice to see the last couple of games, just getting a little bit more into the scoring action. He does so much work off the ball, of course, and a really nice finish for him. As I mentioned, Pite Candy, that you've got the horse of Tommy Pinello on, as they look to go again with Schwarzenbach, with the tap out to the right-hand side, taking on Beresford again. Beresford comes back. Nice play here by Tommy. Looks to the right-hand side. Now just urges the horse down at the ground if he can. Tommy Beresford. Long drive down at the ground, looking for Polito Pierres. This is that Astral horse I was talking about. Really good play by Darachon to push him off the play, and it falls here now for Tommy Pinello. Tommy sends Guy down the field, and Tommy just opens it up. Difficult here for Tommy Beresford. He's got to catch not only Tommy Pinello, but also watch Guy Schwarzenbach. Schwarzenbach, we've seen scoring numerous goals in this tournament. MVP in their first game. He's such an asset to this Black Bears side as it comes left under the pony again. Good play here by Sportchenbat. Leaves it again. Benher comes through at speed. Benher now has a look but under the net. Can he get it round in time? Still Benher Penello goes. Now he turns it back right. Still Benher waiting patiently. Has a look in towards the goal. And that one goes wide to the right-hand side. So Polito Pires, he gets off Astral. And comes back again on a fresh pony. Here with Tommy Vera. So Tommy now takes it to the right-hand side. Behind him is Polito Pires. So Tommy just takes a couple of taps. Have a look again for the drone shot to still. Polito takes it wide of Tommy Penello. Look at the pressure here of Tommy Penello. Tommy pushing hard, and the umpires eventually call play to a stop. And the umpires just explaining to Tommy Penello there, as we saw on the instant replay there. He thought he was okay and that Polito had tapped it too many times, but they're saying the contact meant that Polito had the right to do just that. So frustration for Tommy Penello. One of the spares, it's not this one, it's obviously a dark black one that we see Tommy Beresford on. I'll be keeping an eye out for Kenya. His 15-year-old black gelding, the Andrea Vianini horse. Clark by Picasso, a horse we see come back year after year. He is jumping onto a darker one, but I don't think it is. I'm watching from Alberta, Canada. Diablo Incognita, hello from Canada. I'm not going to ask you how the round of 16 went in the World Cup. As Polito steps up, sends it long wide to the left-hand side. Ooh, there's a whistle. Ooh. Oh, Tommy's not happy. Tommy's not happy. They're saying he's too close, I think. They're going to have a look. They're saying Tommy was 30. You've obviously got to be 40 away now. There's a spot. Tommy's pointing to it, saying he's there. It's where again the drone can help us. I'm going to go off again just as I hear Tim Bowen. Apologies again for the silence. Like I say, we do wait to hear from the third man in situations such as this. It's all to do with how close Tommy Penello was. Hello from Amsterdam. Booty Bruins, I remember commentating you over in Amsterdam. Hello to Amsterdam. It's one of my favourite places to come and visit. Hello, hopefully I'll be back there for the tournament this coming winter. Okay, so back for field. It's a 60. So what happened there was there's this new rule. You've got to be 40 yards away every 60s now, not 30 as it was. There's a spot that marks it. You heard Ben Hurt. He insisted he was on that spot, but the umpires There wasn't any conclusive evidence to overrule them, so they can retake the 60. And up it goes through the goal. So, Polito Pierres with the penalty. That makes it 6-5. Hello from Mexico City. What a location. What a place, and what events that took place there over the last 24 hours or so. As it's here now with Benha Pinello. Benha, meeting him, James Byrne. Stick to stick, no issue there. And it's going to be here with a very impressive Tani Darachon. Darachon takes it to the right-hand side, sends it long, looking for Tommy Pinello. Tommy takes it back, sends it round. Tommy Beresford nips in and steals it. And now Beresford looks to go. He's out in front. He's running away. Tommy Beresford looks behind. He's just left it behind. He thought he was away. Tommy Beresford is here now with Polito Pierres. Polito, can he finish what Tommy started? Going for the next shot. Leads it for Tommy. Allows Tommy to. And Tommy does get the cut shot. That is Kenya. Sierra. I better give that one a shout out. And that is Sierra that Tommy Beresford is on. That's one brought over from the Matters Farm organisation. I should have spotted that one. Played by Jack Richardson previously as well. And Tommy Beresford's been playing it over the last few years. Really nice to see Sierra out there with him again. Horse I rode when it was younger, and really nice. Evenly seeing it. She's looking great. Was she out early on in the tournament, wasn't she? Got a bit later. Old age. Got to look after those old women. What's she now, 14? Must be about 14. I should know that. I should be telling you. Yeah, no, I think she's about 14. So a few players allowed to go off and change. Have a look there in the Pony Lions. Benha Benello just jumping on. This game shaping up really nicely. Like we say, hopefully we came here knowing that White Crane, if they put up a victory, there may well still be a chance. They've got to hope for results still to head in their favour. Black Bears undefeated. They're through. As we come back here. What have we got? 2 minutes in this third chukker. Wonderful to be here at Manor Farm. Like I say, you've seen the greats of the game based here over the last few years since Jamie Packer came together to bring this great organisation here, and now it's where UAE, Her Highness Sheikh Hamada and her team base. You had the Queen Ricarda and her team. They were here through the Queens. And what way we're going? They're going to go down. Let me just find out what's going on here. Okay, so Tommy Pinello just getting a little bit chatty. Yellow card in his direction and a technical. He seems to have been just a bit frustrated since that decision with the 60, and that he was standing too far back, or too far forward, I should say, and him stating he was on the line, and he's just got to regain his composure. Polito with the penalty. Now they're saying left, but no, it looked good from here. Goal scored, Polito Pierres. You saw this in White Crane's last game as well when we saw them against Valhalla. They're just really good at being patient and keeping their heads. In the last Valhalla game, you know, the young player, Paquito de Narvaez, perhaps just got beaten out by the cooler head, the experience of Polito Pierres. And you're seeing it slightly here as well with Tommy Pinello as Tommy Beresford goes down for the pass from Polito. Polito delivers it. Tommy now looking to run away, looking coming back there. Darachon. Tommy Beresford with the score. And Tommy is having a really, really nice game out here this afternoon. And White Crane, suddenly they lead 8-6. Just over a minute to go. Tommy Beresford, England captain, winner of a Gold Cup in 2023. He scores another one. So, we're off again. Ball in play, and it's Polito Pierres now on run. Polito, you don't let him go as he looks behind him. He checks it up. I don't think they're even going to chase him, to be honest, because when Polito's here, he's not going to miss. Polito Pierres with the score. That makes it 9-6, and it's a dominant couple of minutes here for White Crane. I'm looking forward to seeing here what the instant replay shows as Polito just runs away. It's going to be really interesting to see on the stats at the halfway point with our partners Lineup Pro, how these lineups have been going, how the fouls, and I think most interesting as well, I joke we call it the Carlo de Martinez heart rate scan, but it's the momentum scan of this game and how it looks and how it swings about. And this game has just gone backwards and forwards as Benha Pinello, he comes around. Benha looking to take on Bime. Benha Pinello under the next shot. It's going to come to himself here, using the blocker behind him as Benha now takes it out to the right-hand side. Told just to slow it down as Tommy Pinello will return behind him. Look at this by Benha, though. He says, well, my brother's off. I'm going to show you what I can do on the ball. It's still here now with Benha. Just kicks it on. Back then defence is Tommy Beresford, and the umpires say play. And with 30 seconds, are we going to see Polito on the run? Look down the ground for James Bime. Bime calling for the pass desperately. Now Tommy Beresford and Alexi Calvin, doing the same, but this is that experience I was telling you about, that cool head I was telling you about, that Polito Pierres just adding that to his game. And this is why Tommy Beresford now called for the hit. They want a foul. The umpires say play on as Benha comes. There is Guy Schwarzenbach. Good blocking by him, allowing Benha Pinello the space to come round. There is the buzzer, and we have reached the halfway point. 9-6 here on Polo Line Cowdray TV, the St. Regis British Open. We'll be back very shortly with the stats and the stories of the first half, and we'll look forward to seeing you all then.
No, la verdad que es un placer porque obviamente Tommy es familia, ya jugamos el año pasado juntos, la verdad que la pasamos muy bien. Guy es un tipazo, tiene una buena onda bárbara, juega muy bien. Y Tani también es un joven promesa de Inglaterra que también tiene mucha onda, y el lugar, Blackbirds, es impresionante. Toda la gente que trabaja para Blackbird, los Catmure, todos tienen una onda buenísima y están siempre muy predispuestos a lo que necesitemos. No, bueno, Blackbirds es una organización que juega hace muchos años acá en Inglaterra. Arrancó con Urs, el padre de Guy. Nada, yo creo que es de los mejores equipos que ha habido acá en Inglaterra. En su momento creo que con Ellerton eran las dos grandes organizaciones de acá en Inglaterra, y nada, siempre con buenos jugadores, buenos caballos. El lugar es impresionante, así que nada, la verdad que todo muy, muy lindo. Sí, bueno, creo que arrancamos no como queríamos, pensando que éramos una cosa y al final éramos otra, pero bueno, creo que fuimos mejorando. Ahora en la Copa de Oro creo que mejoramos bastante. Nada, ajustando un par de cosas, y obviamente nos queda mucho para mejorar, pero bueno, creo que estamos mejor, en general como equipo estamos mejor. No, creo que somos cuando andamos bien somos cuatro, somos un montón, porque Guy juega muy bien, Tani juega bien, bueno, Tommy es lo que es, y nada, creo que somos bastante jóvenes, tenemos ganas, muchas ganas, también todos con ganas de organizarse, con caballos, con todo, así que tenemos también un grupo de gente atrás nuestro muy bueno, con los peticeros, pilotos, todos, así que nada, la verdad que nada, de a poco, viste que esto es de a poco. Sí, creo que jugar con Tommy está buenísimo, porque obviamente hacer hermano, nada, te puede decir lo que querés y está todo bien, y nada, siempre la confianza de adentro de la cancha, de todo, de dejar todo por el otro, así que la verdad que a mí me encanta jugar con él. En los entrechaques, por ahí nos ponemos medio, pero bueno, para que vuelvan las viejas épocas de los hermanos, che, se ha perdido un poco eso, nosotros la revivimos.
No tanto, tratamos de ir por el mismo camino, que es un poco, nada, en lo que confiamos y actitud, y nos faltó un poquito del principio, ellos entraron con mejor actitud, nada, creo que cambiamos un poco eso y fuimos mejorando en el partido de hoy, pero nada, tratar de seguir por el mismo camino que veníamos bien. Nada, el año pasado cuando terminó la temporada y llamó Poro con Agustín Nero y ahí lo organizamos, nada, feliz de tener la oportunidad de jugar con ellos, y para este equipo es un placer y muy contento y agradecido con ellos. Y nos queda un partido bravísimo contra Jindal, así que nada, ahora la verdad que pensando nada más que en ese partido, no pensamos mucho más para adelante. Ahora en 2 días, nos quedó en 8 días 4 partidos muy bravos, así que nada, la verdad que con todo pensando en cómo ganar ahora el lunes. Es increíble el nivel de los caballos, de los jugadores, de los equipos, todo yo personalmente es el nivel más competitivo, o sea, en Argentina jugar clasificación, pero creo que esto es, no sé, está a otro nivel, es impresionante el nivel de caballos contra los jugadores que competís, de la manera que todos se organizan, es súper competitivo, está bueno, nada, para seguir siempre esforzándose para tratar de estar a la altura ahí, por lo menos.
Gone down thinking it was a 60 or further still, so rightfully waiting, and it is for Facundo Pierres. Pierres sends it out to the left-hand side, looking for Pitaluga's really good blocking work by Veer Harmsworth, giving Pitaluga the space, and between Harmsworth and Pitaluga, a really nice play. Facundo Pierres sent it, but do not underestimate the importance there of the work that was done by Veer Harmsworth, who just took away the player. He didn't need to do it forever, he just needed to give Joaquin Pitaluga the space coming through. 11 goals to 10.
Feel it more with Lineup Pro, the premium subscription from Lineup Polo. Follow every stat live in real time. Search any player and discover win rates, strongest teammates, and powerful performance insights. Search Lineup Polo and subscribe now.
Bueno, es Dubai Polo Team, está formado por Tarek Albaguardi, Antonio Igui, Barto Castañola y yo, Santos Carlos. Me llegó la propuesta el año pasado cuando terminó la temporada acá y se dieron los handicaps y todo eso y la combinación, nada, ahí yo estaba en Nueva York. Nada, la verdad que increíble, muy divertido, adentro de la cancha, fuera de la cancha, en la caballeriza, en el asado. Nada, la verdad que muy divertido, muy lindo grupo de trabajo, y nada, la verdad que eso te hace un poco la temporada, ¿no? Te divertís adentro de la cancha, te divertís afuera y la verdad que así se la pasa muchísimo mejor. Y no, obviamente sí, exige un montón el tema de los caballos y mucho más en la temporada acá, que bueno, que sabemos el nivel que tiene, ¿no?, de caballos y es algo que bueno, nada, es un esfuerzo de año a año y tratar de irse montando mejor y bueno, por suerte Dubái tiene el apoyo de varios caballos de ellos que varios le están pasando a Antonio, algunas juega Barto, yo tengo todo mío, pero sé que si algún día me falta una, Dubái me va a poder aportar. En Argentina voy a jugar la clasificación con Jared Seni, el Terre y Sandy Cernaz, así que nada, con ganas de que arranque eso también, va a estar divertido. No, jugar para Dubái es un honor, porque la verdad que este equipo ha hecho muchísimo a lo largo de la historia acá y es lindo poder estar en este equipo. Y lo más divertido te diría que el día a día y con la tranquilidad que se toma todo y tampoco tan tranquilo porque hay mucha concentración en todo lo que hacemos, tratamos de hacerlo mejor pero nada, te diría que el día a día es muy divertido, eso es lo que está bueno.
Everything begins here. Every field, every crop, every meal. But across the world, the soil we depend on is under pressure. And the future of farming depends on restoring it. Safe rock, a natural resource to enrich the earth.
So welcome back here as we come to the stats with our partners at Lineup Pros. 9 goals to 6. White Crane, they lead. So 6 goals to 2 in terms of field goals. Not many fouls, 5 to 3. A couple of technicals, that is what has contributed to a couple of those penalties. Throw-ins very even, time leading. How about that? Black Bears have been leading for significantly longer than White Crane, but 9 goals to 6. The stories that these stats tell, they're so interesting to see how they shape what happens. Sometimes they really do give you an idea. There's that really telling. There's the dominance of Signet in the last game we were at, how in terms of the lineouts, and that was, you feel why they were able to run away quite so far. We're fairly even. It is, it's those technicals, a couple of 60s for both sides that have kind of resulted. Should we have a look at top scorers as well, or we? Ben-Hur and Polito, 2 field goals for Polito, 1 for Ben-Hur, 1 foul. No fouls by Polito. He doesn't foul much, Polito Pierres. And those penalties scored as well for both them. Ben-Hur's been so good from the penalty spot this year. There's always what interesting you watch now as we track how many fouls. Goals to foul ratio is a big thing that we look at. And they just tend to really show how clever these 10-goal players are. And I think as well, Polito, the first game against Pablo McDonough we watched, we have a look at the table. So this is why it's important, because if Gaston lose against Valhalla, suddenly there is a tie with all those teams with 2 wins and 2 defeats. That's what it's going to come down to, I believe, at this point. If Gaston win, they will then jump back ahead of Signet and White Crane. But that result of White Crane, for the time being, if it sticks, and there's obviously a long way to go, will move them in with a chance. But 9-6, we've seen Black Bears. They've come from behind. They've come from in front. They're not a team that you look at and you tell a real kind of familiarity of going behind early, comebacks, lates and stuff. They won their first game having been pulled back. They won their second having made the comeback. Because we just have a quick look at the horses. Ammonia for Guy Schwarzenbach, Tani Darachon, Canasta, you got Ben-Hur on Tina, and Tommy Pinello on Mercedes. Looking for the White Crane ones next. Oriental Tenora, another Oriental horse for Alexi Calvin Sari. By me, Seriri. Pablo Perez, Machitos Vienna, and Tommy Beresford on his grey Patinetta. Really nice horse, Patinetta. Let's have a look to see if we've got anything in particular noted as we bring these stories of the horses for you. Please do, like I say, send us through anything you notice, anything about these horses. If you are involved in the breeding or the riding of them, any kind of anecdotes about them, be really nice. Look at the top scorers. Benna Benello is not far away. We could well take back this game. You never know. Sapo Gosset, who scored 9 goals earlier, but his Gold Cup has ended, so he's not going to get any further. But there's a lot of sort of gravitas in who comes out top scorer on the group stage. Pablo McDonough, he's been out front from day one. Right, here we go again. Second half is underway. Thank you again, Lineup Pro. Do download the app and submit as well. subscribe to the Pro Edition. Really, really good, really useful. I think it's $8.99 a month and really worth it. As it comes down the ground here with Darachon. Oh, Darachon just over the top, the tailback, and I say $8.99 a month. I will just clarify that's the Pro version. There is a free version as well. As it's going down the ground now with James Bimes. Siriri here with Bimes. Sends it down the ground. Lovely play by James Bimes. And Tommy Beresford flying away out in front of Guy Schwarzenbach. Does Guy Schwarzenbach have the line to come in? Tommy Beresford picks it up. He's got another one, does Tommy? Really, really nice goal by Tommy Beresford. Always nice when a grey runs out like that one did there. On Ballinetta, just from showing I get the name right. Ballinetta, the horse of Tommy Beresford. Gould goes back in play. That's going to be a spot hit to the white. 10 goals to 6, White Crane. This was not what people were expecting. But sometimes it's just that when one team is... You have a look at the lineup there, you see, Tommy Beresford had the lineup. Has sent long again. This is the change. Tommy Beresford, he came into this Gold Cup. I think he only got a handful of goals in the Queen's Cup. He's well into double digits now in this tournament. It's a big change in the style of play, and it's really working for them today. Polito sent it. He's really offering a good attacking impetus at the front. Here's Tommy. And it's going to be here with Tommy Pinello. Tommy. To his right-hand side goes Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur Pinello. He will pick it up to the right of Tommy Beresford again as Ben-Hur. Oh, big bump and a ride off Tommy Beresford. I'd say if you're looking at MVP now, Tommy Beresford's going to be a pretty hard choice to overlook because it's here again now with Polito and draws another whistle. Let's have a look at the instant replay on what happened there. You see there Polito just crowding round him there, Tommy Pinello, and it's ever since that frustration with where he was judged to have been standing on the 60, it's just really gone in White Crane's favour. Mentioning there the way in which the scoring of this side has gone. It's very even now between Polito and Tommy coming into this game. It's going to be another penalty. Pinello brothers, they account for 85% of Black Bears goals. Tommy and Polito on 77% of their goals. There's Tommy. Ooh, Tommy. Hang on. No, we're good. We're good. There was a little bit of confusion. There was a very quick decision by the third man. Tommy's father, Charles, for a second looked like he was going to be angry, and then he realised that the goal was good. So the goal is scored, and that is Tommy Beresford with another one. As I said, Tommy Beresford came into this game as the top scorer of this side, actually at 12 to Polito's 11. And that, like I say, is the big change from what we saw through the Queen's Cup. So the big surprise earlier was Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal beaten by Ladolfina Jindal Steel. Father beat son. As it sends out here right now for Ben-Hur Pinello. Ben-Hur. Behind him is Polito. Polito to the left-hand side. Looking long now for Tommy Pinello, appealing for the foul. There was a whistle, a little bit of a late whistle, but we'll have a look on the instant replay. So you saw it come down here. I think Alexei just found himself in the way. A quick change of direction. So halfway through the fourth, they could just do with this one. It's been a little bit of a run. I think 7 unanswered goals, if I am correct. And it's going to be Ben-Hur Pinello to take this penalty. A couple of players go off and change. Let's see as Tommy Pinello goes off. It's always interesting. Tommy Pinello, Jack Casito and Terry Verce, perhaps his two most famous horses and those that have been winning the best playing ponies, are always coming out as spares. So just means we have to watch and see. And it does look like Jack Casita, the Australian mare, will be coming back just off the field of play. Jack Casita, Clarence by Casola, bred by Jim Gilmore. Does look like it's making its way back. So they're just going to wait for Tommy to make his way back onto the ground. So Ben-Hur Pinello. Might even be a 30. No. Yeah, it is a 30. So Ben-Hur with the penalty. Easy as you like. Up high and handsome. And Ben-Hur's been very, very good from the penalty spots today. Players come back to the centre. Really nice strike. So ball goes in play. Out the back, and it's picked up by Polito Pierres. Pierres running away to the left-hand side. He's going to be chased by Pinello. Look at the speed there of Ben-Hur in defence, who got his man. And here now with older brother Tommy. Tommy Pinello takes it out under the neck towards the boards. Confident play here. It looks like, I think Tommy, he is now on Kenya. Tommy Beresford, that is. I was talking about it earlier. Viennini bred Kenya, the 15-year-old we've seen win best playing ponies around Europe here and in Spain as it goes long down at the ground. Looking here for Schwarzenbach. Good play by Alexei Cowdray. But now look at the flying Ben-Hur Pinello. He's going to pick up the pass from Schwarzenbach, called off by his brother Tommy. Tommy Pinello now out to the right-hand side off the waiting Polito Pierres. Then he just backs himself to go left through to the goal. Tommy Pinello, what a run this is. What an individual goal. Tommy Pinello, he makes it 11 goals to 8. And as we were talking about so much in the last Black Bears game, where Tommy has got so good is his ability to change momentum of a game as it all seems to be going against him. He will just recreate a couple of moments of magic. And that's what he's done out here as we see 11-8 on the board. So ball goes back in play. Good pick up there by Alexei Cowdray and a cross game guy Schwarzenbach. Just way to confirm that they were. Yeah, I think they're going to go to a penalty for in favour of White Crane. Nice play by Alexei. Alexei came out, got the touch. They're claiming that Guy was coming round on a line that should have given him possession of the ball, but it always looked like it was going to be going in favour of White Crane, and this will be a chance for Tommy again, just to make it 12 goals to 8 and just restore that control. Here go off. Jump off Kenya. Clark by and Picasso, Kenya. 15-year-old. Polito, it's blocked at the front, so they're going to have to now come back on the counter. Open backhand played, and Tommy Pinello takes control. Pinello turns round, looks down the ground. Runner out to the left is Ben-Hur Pinello now for Black Bears. They managed to get away. Lovely flick backhand. It's these plays now that these polo players, they're all doing this year, as they've seen, inspired many by the likes of Lorenzo Chavan and Hector Castagnola, the way in which these players just pass so quickly in between as Tommy sends it long, looking for Ben-Hur. Tommy is taking control out there now, near side for Pinello through the goal. Ben-Hur Pinello it was who got the goal. Tommy Pinello provides its assist, and wonderful polo again by these two brothers. Unsurprisingly, they just know exactly where each other are going to be, and it's Ben-Hur Pinello at speed, finishes it off, gets the nod of approval from older brother Tommy. Tommy played with Polito and Tommy Beresford as part of a UAE organisation. I think back in sort of 2022. Then he was part of quarter-finalists Aureus last year. And good to see them, their first real big organisation taking control of here with Black Bears. Rob Cudmore does a lot of good work behind the scenes with Black Bears and management. Very excited about what this team was as now Polito Pierres. They're just under pressure here. They could do with another goal to regain control of it. Oh, Polito, it's going to go close. It's curling and it's going to curl just wide to the left-hand side. Nice polo still. We had a really nice game at Stedham earlier between Signet Segueras and Jehangiri. They won by 4 in the end, Signet, but it was a really nice open running game. We're seeing very similar out here as the first bell goes. Looking out left for Tommy, who changed onto a horse inside the 30 seconds. And when a player does that, you know what their intent is. And that is exactly where Tommy is going. This is the perfect horse change. If he can finish it off, Tommy Pinello out in front, looks right, reaches down. Tommy Pinello, and there you go. 11 goals to 10. He literally went behind, changed horses. The buzzer was about to go. That's a new dimension to this sport we see. They changed purposefully right at the end. The horse had one job: run down the field, score a goal. He did it. 11 goals to 10. Really nice to see. White Crane just one in front. 2 chukkers to go. Welcome back here, this iconic location, those iconic team badges. So what have we got? We got Tommy Beresford. He's out here on Tommy. Another one of Luke Tomlinson breeding. Polito Pierres, he is back on Manada. And James Bime, he is back on Sifra. Manada, I should have a look first at the Black Bears. Granular Buffy for Guy Swartzen back. Open Annapula for Tani Darachon, Talia for Ben-Hur Pinello and Dolfina Maniatica. I mentioned that Manada coming back out. Open Sunset by La Diamona. And Tommy Beresford is La Bonita Tommy. Signo Trinchera, 11-year-old Bay Gelding. Full brother to Teddy that we saw earlier on in the game as well. So the open backhand goes as far here as Swartzenbach. Nice play. Look at the confidence there. It was underneath the pony, but he is eventually met by James Bime, who leaves it in turn, who also left it in turn, and eventually Polito Pierres comes across. The umpires blow a whistle on the plate. Let's have a look on the instant replay. There was just broke down there. Polito Pierre is right. He's claiming he was hit into. Benher Pinello claiming he came across the line. Polito, he's asking if he can go off and change. Let's see what the umpires decide. I'm just going to go over and have a listen to Tim Bowen. Sorry, just listening to Tim Bowen, as I say here. I will have my co-commentator Carlude Martinez back with me next time. So we give this one against Black in the end. Sorry, as I said, I do have a connection with the third man here, so I just want to hear exactly what's going on. And it was given against Black Bears. They're saying that there was no real line that justified a hit into the ponies, so they've given that against the Black Bears. And here for Polito Pierres. Love this horse, Tommy Barrister plays Tommy, as I mentioned, full brother to Teddy that we saw playing earlier today. I'm sure Luke Tomlinson is watching. I believe he was here with the Signet team earlier, the Tomlinson family who have been so pivotal in all the success of English polo. And it is the England captain who is playing their breed out here as Polito Pierres just sends it long, wide to the right. And after all that, we're just going to have a knock-in to the Black Bears here off the back line with Tommy Banello. Tommy. To the left goes Benher Pinello. Really, really nice blocking work done by Tani Darichon. That has given Pinello, no, sorry, it was Guy Schwarzenbach actually, giving Pinello so much space here. And Benher's going to try and go the distance. Benher Pinello with a shot out to the right-hand side. Alexi, really nice. Alexi Calvin-Ansari takes control just as it looked like Benher was going to basically go coast to coast. And now Alexi's going to have the chance, but hooked out the play by Benher Pinello. Benher brings it back round. Can he look to finish what he started? Takes it across on the near side. His brother behind him just shouting, tranquilo, take it easy, as it does now come here for Tommy Pinello with the next shot. There was a little bit of a late whistle. No, it's for cool. We'll have a look at the instant replay. It was a little bit of a late whistle, but I think that open backhand there may well have just put Tommy Beresford on the line. Benher Pinello, really nice horse up there. How it ran on Talia in the fifth chucker. As the umpire's just going to take their time again. The open backhand was hit, did therefore Benher Pinello have to go on the near side. That's what they're asking. The on-field decision was foul. They're going to let players go off and change if they'd like to as well. Tim Bowen just having a look again at the replay. Are they going to give no foul? Or is this? No, they're just talking. We'll have another look at the instant replay. It kind of looked like there was enough space. But what do we know? As it comes there, yeah, but they're wondering whether they had to go on the near side due to the open backhand and Tommy Beresford coming down the line. And I think that's what they're saying. Yeah, so they've come to a decision. They are saying that the Black Bears, they were okay. Now, this new rule that has come in is if you are in possession when a foul is given and the decision is no foul, you get possession back. It's a rule I really like. In the past, when teams ran through, if there was a foul and then it was decided it was a no foul, it would be a roll-in. And I always asked the question, have you actually still penalised them if you're not letting them run through as they often were? So if it is a no foul, which I think it is, they're going to drop a ball in favour of Black Bears. The only time you will get a throw-in is if it is inconclusive. There was a really interesting one in that game the other day with Lachisera and Ladolfina Jindal-Steel, where it was in overtime and Adolfo turned round and the umpires initially gave a foul and then rightly decided it was a little bit quick to the whistle and no foul. And Adolfo, even though the official decision was non-conclusive in terms of if either side had the ball, he says, you know what, I did not have the ball, and therefore we won't contest the line-out. Kind of lucky, Lachisera, if it didn't go and score after he gave the ball back to him, because that would have been a bit awkward. But Adolfo gave it to Lachisera, and it was a really interesting, really lovely to see him do it, actually. We talk a lot about fair play. And, he's obviously a competitor, the ultimate competitor. That day he just said, look, it's fair for you guys to have the ball. But this time it goes for Black Bears, and with where it was on the field, they've given a 60-yarder. Not the cleanest by Benner, and it's gone wide left. It was blocked. So there was still a much improved conversion rate from the Queen's Cup tournament of 0 out of 10, but he won't be happy that that one went left, but it was blocked off a defending player's stick, so a safety 60 is the result. Just see them in the distance getting ready for the 5 p.m. So kind of Southern European. We could be in Sotogrande with the weather we're seeing here as we go into the evening. Sometimes you wonder, gosh, 6:30 game at Ambersham? But no, it's perfect. So Ben-Hur, this time the connection is clean, but he's gone wide the other side. So better strike, but just wide right is the call. I'm just going to double check. We've seen a couple overturned, or at least looked at, but no, this one was wide to the right-hand side, and it's going to be here with Polito Pierres. Polito. Behind is Tommy. Tommy sends it out to the right again, looking for Polito Pierres. Pierres running underneath the pony. Still here now with Polito. Good ride off there by waiting. Oh, look at that spin there, the circle there. And that was Tani Darachon who's looking for Tommy. Tommy and Tani to the left-hand side, gives it to Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur looking to run in between, and here now goes Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur, look at the speed of this one. I think it's still Talia he's on as he now reaches out behind him. The ball just got left behind, and here now with Polito Pierres. James Baum runs down the ground. Tommy Beresford just settles. Now he goes out to the right-hand side. Coming back here, though, will be Tommy Pinello. He's the ball behind. Rare mistake there from Tommy Pinello, but his brother Ben-Hur was there just to sweep up. The open backhand played, and he finds Tani Darachon. Tani reaches behind again as it falls here now for Polito Pierres. Polito over under the pony there of Pinello, and Pierres will send it long down the ground, seeing if he can find Tommy Beresford. It's good riding off done by Schwarzenbach to take Beresford away. Now Ben-Hur takes out two players in white with the speed of a turn, and now up towards the halfway line. Coming back with him is James Baum. He's called off by Schwarzenbach. Schwarzenbach takes it. Tani Darachon doing everything he can to keep Pierres out of the equation. Off your camera as Tommy Beresford now has to look to see where his 10-goal captain is, and as always he's never far away. Polito takes it in between one, then a second, but Tommy Pinello got a touch, but Beresford, he will turn first. Beresford sends it long down the ground. Can he get there, Tommy Pinello? Yes, he can. On the near side. still here now with Pinello. Flicks it underneath the pony. He's got Ben-Hur long out in front of him. Tommy thought about the big shot, thinks better of it. The umpires just have a look. They're happy. They all come to a standstill, and eventually just that little move of the arm, he gets so much distance on it. Tommy Beresford, not the cleanest. Across comes Tanny Darachon underneath the pony of Tommy Pinello. The umpire's still happy, and eventually they blow a whistle. All may change as the call by the umpires. Let's have a look at the instant replay. There was Tommy and Polito. And they never really gave it up. Across comes Beresford. I think the whistle might have gone first, so we're going to wait and see what the decision is. Tommy's letting him know what he thinks the decision should be. So they are going to give it. I did think it was for the first one. I think there was a foul by Tommy, but the whistle had already gone, so they're going to give it. I say Tommy Beresford, sorry. Need to say which Tommy when they're all going for it. But Tommy Pinello, he'd fouled previously, and that is going to be a penalty for White Crane, and they're taking it up to a penalty 2. I'm not sure, so whether Pinello may have said a little bit too much. 2 minutes to go in the 5th chukker. So nice penalty shot, and it goes straight through the centre of the goal. Lovely penalty there for White Crane. They make it 12 goals to 10. 2 minutes left here in the 5th. Plays back to the centre. Ball goes in play. As it comes up the back here for Polito Pierres. Pierres, long drive down the ground, looking for James Bymer. Bymer's got away. It's Byme out in front. Ooh, how much space was there? We can't quite see at ground level, but the umpires are happy that the space was indeed right as it goes up and over the back line. So, Polito asking if he can change. There must have been more room than it looked like from this area. And that will be... Just wait and see what the umpires... Polito Pierres, 5 goals today. He's never far away, obviously, from the scoring charts. As he just goes off to seek a fresh pony. As great to see, as I mentioned, you see it in the front of the screen. Alexei Calvin-Sari, such a great supporter of the game here at Cowdray Park, alongside his wife, Jasmine Calvin-Sari, who plays all of the medium goal, 18 goal level as well. And ball on the back line. There's that Nadia back on the field here with Tommy. So Nadia takes it to the left. Gives it to Benha. Benha Pinello sends it long down the ground. Looking to pick it up is Guy Schwarzenbach. Guy Schwarzenbach, final minute of this fifth chuck. A really big minute coming up here as it falls here for Polito Pierres. Pierres taking it out to the left-hand side. Pierres spins it round. Look for control of Tommy Pinello in front of him. So Tommy Beresford just slots in behind, but really nice here by Polito Pierres, the speed at which he's able to go and the calmness at which he sends the ball long down the ground. Alexei Calvin-Sari, how about that by Alexei? Oh, it's a good defensive play by Schwarzenbach, but it falls here now for Polito again. Polito appealing for the space. He's got Tommy Beresford behind him. Polito with the shot towards the goal. It's going to run out to the left-hand side, and it goes wide over the back line. So on the back line, it is going to be Benha Pinello. Benha to his right-hand side is his... But now, is he going to do it again, Tommy? We saw him come on to... I think it's the same horse. Is it Terraverci? I think it might be. As now, Tommy Pinello runs down the ground. He's off again. We've seen him do it once in the final 30 seconds. Is he doing it? He's down the other side of the ground this time, but he's gone wide to the right-hand side. You just think that must just be a play that they've made up between them. We're just going to hit it. We're going to run. We're going to get on and go down the other end. But this time, just wide right. End of a fifth chukker. One left in this one. We'll be back very shortly on Polo Line at TV, Cowdray TV. White Crane lead, 12 goals to 10. Welcome back. Sixth chukker. Nice game. 12-10. White Crane lead. Have a look at the chukker progression. White Crane led. Then they went down 5-4. Then 9-6, 11-10, 12-10. It was that real swing. About 2 minutes, they came out and just absolutely peppered the Black Bears goal. And Polito and Tommy in particular really took control. Tommy Beresford, he's had a really nice game out here today. They looked good against Black Bears the other day against Valhalla the other day on Lawns ground number 2. And they're continuing the good form out here. Open backhand played by Tommy. Finally, Benha. Now Guy Schwarzenbach is gone, but Tommy chooses just to keep it close. Sends it down the ground. Now he does use Schwarzenbach, who's been such an outlet for this side. Near side pick up here. Guy Schwarzenbach comes around at speed. Big swing. Guy Schwarzenbach through the goal. Really nice. 12 goals to 11 as Guy Schwarzenbach. Really good play by Tommy Pinello. And it's where these teams, as you see on this highlight, when they choose to bring the number ones into play, they're going to keep the opposition guessing. They draw them in, and then they hit it long. 12 goals to 11. Ball goes back in play. And it's here with Tommy Pinello. Tommy takes it to the left-hand side. Tommy's still in between a couple of players. Goes out to the left-hand side here now again with Alexi. Alexi takes it left. Good play here by Alexi Calvin-Saris. It's given here again to Tommy Beresford. Stolen off them all by Tommy Pinello. Pinello. There's a lot riding on this game, especially for White Crane. Although it could all come to nothing. We're waiting to see what happens in the later game. We've got 2 more days of polo in the knockout, in the group stages as well. I believe Laetchi Serra's route to the quarters, if it wasn't already, is guaranteed due to results earlier. It's going to be really interesting with... Ooh, that didn't work. Hit it against Tommy Beresford's horse, and Tommy's gone again. Tommy taking it into the 30, takes it to the right, coming across as Pinello. The umpire's happy for the time being. Tail backhand goes wide. There is a whistle. I'm not sure whether that's for penalty or off a defending player's stick. Let's have a look, see what has happened. So as it comes left, it was just a knock-in, so no foul, and off the attack. Oh! That was 2 brothers coming together. Luckily, the horses both jump up. Ben-Hur. Was it the 2 brothers? No, I don't think it was. Yeah, I think it may well have been Tommy and Ben-Hur, the umpires. So we're going to have a bit of a timeout here, and we'll be back very shortly. Ben-Hur just getting a little bit of attention. We'll be back soon. So, welcome back here, where we have been looking at what exactly did happen. It was a crash between Tani Darachon and Benha Pinello. Most importantly, horses and players, they are okay. Tommy jumped down to see that his brother was okay. There was a little bit of rushing around and having a look, but we can confirm all players, they are okay. I'm just going to wait now. The umpires are explaining the decision, and then I will let you know what has been decided. And there you go. So Tani Darachon, he is making his way off. So it's been a double yellow to Tani Darachon. And that means a 2-minute sin bin. And it's going to be a 30-yard penalty. So though it was players on the same team, in the eyes of the umpires, if you're endangering any player or horse, it will be a foul, no matter what team you have endangered. So there's a double yellow. And White Crane are going to have a player advantage for 2 minutes and a 30. And this could be big. Palito through the goal. 13 goals to 11. Just waiting here if there's further. I don't think there is. The punishment then is 2 minutes. So we will play until just about the 5th minute of this final chucker with Black Bears down to 3 players. We did see this the other day in the White Crane game when Paquito de Narvaez, he took 2 minutes off the ground as well. White Crane, when I said they keep calm whilst others around them seem just to be rushed. And that is the case again. And in doing so, they're going to make their way to a second victory to keep them in the hunt. Unless we can see some Pinello magic. And when you've got Benno and Tommy on the field, there's every chance still. They will not give up. It's here now with Guy Sportship back. And there's a whistle. What you don't want to do if you're White Crane is to give away penalties. Let's have a look at the instant replay. Coming through, and it's going to be a 40-yard penalty, I think, for Black Bears. That is not what White Crane needed to do. Just as I'm saying, they keep their heads. That is going to go down against them. As you have a look again at Discover Firmamento Racing. Really amazing organisation, allowing to get involved with syndicates and bloodlines and breeding over in Argentina and the horse racing scene. One of our favourite partners here at Polo Line TV. Thank you to all of our partners, of course. You make all of this possible, being able to bring all of these games 4 in a day. It is quite amazing. Ooh, just snuck inside that right-hand goalpost. So 13 goals to 12. How about it? Down a player and up a goal during that period. And I think about a minute has been played. Tani watches. Matt Sims, the Polo manager, he is on the far side just watching it. We've seen a few players with the double yellow. There was obviously Hilario Ajo. It was a red to begin with, then it got downgraded to a double yellow for Park Place as it comes here now. Tommy Beresford spins it round. They're going to give them another chance. As for 2 Pinellos jump in as Benha. Benha looks for Tommy. Down the ground goes Guy, and he's on his own. How has it? The Guy Schwarzenbach has gone out on his own when they're against 4 players, but they get away with it as the open backhand hit by Palito. But it's going to come straight back at them with Tommy Pinello. Tommy to the right-hand side, waiting behind him. Just taking it left, and now Tommy looks to go in front of Tommy Beresford. It's Pinello take Beresford. Tommy Pinello, open backhand. Gets there again. How did he reach round? The umpires blow the whistle. That may well go against him, but really, really impressive there from the Pinellos. It's never easy going a goal down. And seconds, I think, remaining on the Tani Darachon sin bin. And it comes back on with this side still very much in it. He will be breathing a big sigh of relief as he re-enters the field. And Tommy Beresford, long drive down at the ground, looking to see if he can find Bime at the front. But it's going to be here with Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur goes out to the right-hand side as it's here now with Pinello. Pinello to the right-hand side. Oh, he's over the top of it. Who's going to get there? It's going to be Tommy on the turn. Tommy dropped out left, and it falls here now for Pinello. Tommy Pinello sends it long left, looking to see if he can find his brother Ben-Hur, but open backhand to be played. Defensive work being done, but it's going to come back up. And remember, if either side, and it would be White Crane, I imagine, at this point, but I'm not going to say anything in this game. But we would end on the first buzzer if they're out in front. But if they can level it up, we would play the extra 30 seconds and go into golden goal as it's here again with Ben-Hur staying patient on it. They don't want to give Polito a chance to take possession. The truck and trailer here for Black Bears. Here now with Tommy. Tommy Pinello. Is this the chance? Pinello goes through into the body of Calvin Ansari. Great defensive play. Brave defensive play. And that is going to be ball on the back line. 30 seconds left in this sixth chukker. Beresford goes left. Now he goes right. Tommy Beresford sends it long for Polito Pierres. Pierres underneath his pony. Out to the left. Just a little flick round the corner. Here now with Ben-Hur Pinello. Ben-Hur sends it long down the ground. Ben-Hur Pinello. Oh, he's done it. He's done it with what must be the last hit of the game. Unbelievable. Ben-Hur Pinello and Black Bears, they have tied us up 13 goals all. They had to play 2 minutes of this chukker with 3 players, and they were 2 down. And now they've leveled it up. 13 goals all. Unbelievable score by Tommy Pinello. We play for 30 seconds. Do not go anywhere. We will, of course, be bringing you the next game live as and when, but this one is going to go all the way and potentially more as Ben-Hur Pinello. Ben-Hur, the near side backhand. Can they win it in regulation? That really would be something as the tail backhand played as it comes out now. Who's going to pick it up? It's there now with Guy Schwarzenbach, and there's a whistle. And they're going to give it. I think there must be about 5 seconds to go. What a game we've had. 13 goals all. Tommy Beresford's going to go off and ask if he can change. They're going to say all can change. And there's only got to be about 2 seconds left in this sixth chukker. But understandable, they will go off and take the opportunity. Wow. We will wait for this game to finish before we start the next. We're going right into the evening here. We're sharing umpires. That is the reason why. What a day of polo. Really nice game earlier, that one. They always led Signet, but it was an open running game. But this game, this has been one of the games of the tournament. Black Bears, they have averaged 13.3 goals a game in this tournament. So little surprise that they've scored 13 in this one, but they are going to have to go back to 14. 14 goals in their first win, 13 in the second and in the third. Now, can they seesaw it back to 14? White Crane, this just keeps them in with a chance, in with a hope and a prayer. They will be watching that 5 o'clock game if they can get back to winning ways. So here we go. Polito sends it long to the left-hand side. Looking now to see if Tommy Bears can get there. That will be the end. 13 goals all. We are going into overtime. Do not go anywhere. We will not start the next game till this one is finished. There'll be a slight pause as well. What a game. White Crane, they led by 2. They had a player advantage. Black Bears somehow pulled it back. 13-0. We'll be back very shortly.
Feel it more with Lineup Pro, the premium subscription from Lineup Polo. Follow every stat live in real time. Search any player and discover win rates, strongest teammates, and powerful performance insights. Search Lineup Polo and subscribe now.
No, la verdad que es un placer porque obviamente Tommy es familia, ya jugamos el año pasado juntos, la verdad que la pasamos muy bien. Guy es un tipazo, tiene una buena onda bárbara, juega muy bien. Y Tani también es un joven promesa de Inglaterra que también tiene mucha onda y el lugar, Blackbirds es impresionante, toda la gente que trabaja para Blackbird, los Catmure, todos tienen una onda buenísima y están siempre muy predispuestos a lo que necesitemos. No, bueno, Blackbirds es una organización que juega hace muchos años acá en Inglaterra, arrancó con Urs, el padre de Guy. Nada, yo creo que es de los mejores equipos que ha habido acá en Inglaterra. En su momento creo que con Ellerton eran las dos grandes organizaciones de acá en Inglaterra y nada, siempre con buenos jugadores, buenos caballos.
So welcome back here. 7th chukker on the board. I think this is our second overtime this tournament. We saw Lachisera and Jindal Steel Ladorfina. They went the distance the other day. We're going here now with Black Bears and Tommy Pinello. Pinello takes it out to the left-hand side, stolen away by James Bime. What a moment it would be for him if he can be the player who gets the winning goal coming in for the injured Matt Perry. Is still here now with Bime. Down towards the goal goes Polito Pierres and Tommy Beresford. Bime takes it out to the left. Good push there by Pinello. Pinello takes it back. They're all just getting a little bit tight. They don't want to give away a foul as sent long there down the ground by Benno Pinello, and he's found the distance for Tani Darachon. Now, what would this be if he scores the goal? Called off by Tommy. Tommy didn't get the cleanest of hits, but he's going to come again. Then he misses the ball and left now for his brother Benho. Gives it back again to Tommy Pinello. Tommy, just a couple of rare mistakes by Tommy Pinello. Now the long arm of Tommy Beresford, and he's going to be gone. It's Tommy Beresford. Oh, he couldn't quite get away. In comes Polito. Now they've all committed, and it's going to be Tani Darachon and Guy Schwarzenbach. They are the furthest forward. Alexei Kavdansari, he is back in defence. They're all fighting over it still as the umpires blow the whistle. And it goes in favour of the white shirts. Tommy Beresford, he is back on his grey. That's an easy one to recognise. Palanetta. And he will take over the play. Sent long there by Pierres. Pierres sends it high up into the sky. And it's going to go right out of the back. So Black Bears will come again. And it's going to come in with Ben-Hur Pinello. Ben-Hur. Amazing to see this Black Bears team. Oh, something's happened off the play. I missed that one. Missed that one. James Boyme just offering Guy a route back onto his horse. I don't think there was any foul play or anything off the play, but it will be back here with the two Pinellos. So a few players go off and change. So, ball here with the Pinellos again. And it's going to be a lot going on. They may as well stop because they will wait for Guy. Just hear them saying, wait, it was Danny and Bimey and Tommy, they're all running about. And we're off again. And as we were, good work being done by Alexei Kavdansari and Guy Schwarzenbach. It's not easy to do, getting him away from Tommy Beresford. Now Tommy wants it. Tommy's got it, but they've spotted him just in time. Tani and Alexei. Alexei's got to be careful because there is Tommy Pinello. Tommy Pinello sends it down the ground. Looking for Darachon. There's Ben-Hur Pinello through the goal, and they have won it. Black Bears, we were wondering if they've scored 14 goals, 13 goals, 13 goals. Would they get to 14? Yes, they have, and that is the win for Black Bears. What a game. Really, really fun. It was dramatic at the end as well. And I'm afraid to say, White Crane, that's their tournament run. They end up with 1 victory and 3 defeats. Black Bears, they go through undefeated, 4-0, and they, having been a team many fancied at the beginning of the Queen, slightly then lost momentum there, and then were really flying at the beginning of the Gold and through the group stage. 14-13, they win. That'll be us. I'm afraid I don't have my screen, so not sure we're going to have any highlights because we've also got to get to the next game. Do not go anywhere. Join us. We're going to be about probably 15 to 20 minutes. And we will see you for Valhalla, their final game of the tournament. Taking on Gaston, a team that need to win to get themselves to that 3-win stage as well. Really exciting game. Really lovely evening. Really enjoyed having you for this one. And I'm delighted to say Carlude Martinez, he will be back for this game as well. So we will see you all over there very shortly on Cowdray TV, Polo Line TV. But from here at Manor, thank you to Manor, thank you UAE for the venue, and thank you everybody for joining us.